Alright everyone, this is Shawn Haskins. He just won our most recent tournament using this wind-up deck, and he's going to give you a little deck profile over it.
Alright, first thing I run a Wind-Up Hunter and a Magician. Hunter is kind of a second play card. He's just great for getting rid of a bat if you have it on the field to pop something in your opponent's hand. Magician is probably the best card in the deck. He basically, if I special summon a shark on the field, he gets to special summon another one. Any wind-up that's level 4 or lower from the deck. He's so amazing. Unfortunately, they limit him to 1, but he just makes the deck roll. So, I run 3 copies of Wind-Up Shark. Pretty much everyone does this. He's awesome. You draw him on your first turn, and you play any wind-up. You can special summon him right to the field. He is for exceeding for level 5s. He is for getting level 3s, 4s. He can do anything. He's an all-around kind of guy. He kicks butt. And then I run 3 copies of Wind-Up Rabbit. Wind-Up Rabbit resets all the abilities of the wind-ups since they're once only while on the field. Basically, a rabbit banishes them, and when they come back, or he banishes himself, when he comes back, they get to reuse their ability, and so he does all that. He also protects your special monsters. If you want like a rat on the field for longer, or a shark, your opponent attacks him, you can banish him even in your opponent's turn to protect him for that turn. So he's really good. And then I run 2 Wind-Up Knights. This is kind of uncommon, but I like them because they defend. They can negate an attack that's directed at a wind-up once per turn or once while on the field. And they're an 1800 beat stick, so I like attacking face downs with this because he can get over a lot. And he's also great to summon with a honeybee or a rat, which we'll get to in just a second. I run 1 wind-up rat and 2 wind-up bats. I would make this 2 rats if I had another copy, but I only have 1, so I run the 2 bats. They basically can save Magician if he's in the grave. You switch him to defense mode and bring it back to your hand. Rat does the same thing, except he's a level 3 and he switches to defense to special summon it. So he's great for a shark or anything in the grave, which allows, and then you can again summon the shark from your hand if you've got one. So, great card. Then I run 1 Wind-Up Warrior and 1 Wind-Up Dog. These are also for level 5 exceeds. Warrior can increase the level of any wind-up on the field by 1 and increase attack. Dog can increase his own level by 2, so he's level 5, and his attack by 600. So he's great. These are for my level 5 exceeds, which we'll get to later. I run a snail and a kitten. These are kind of, they're so cute, and they're for taking care of, this one takes care of set spells and traps, this one takes care of monsters. If they've got a big boss monster on the field and you play this little cute guy and get rid of it, they get really upset. So, and I play 2 honeybees. He is usually a first turn monster, otherwise he's kind of fodder in the hand or just for defense. But if he's destroyed by battle, you can go get a Wind-Up Knight, which is what I almost always do with it. You go get a Wind-Up Knight so you can defend against 3 whole attacks. So if he's face down in defense, he gets destroyed, summon a Knight and block 2 more attacks. So it's just great. I do run Tour Guide, 2 of them. I would run 3, but obviously they're limited. But Tour Guide is never a dead draw, that's what I love about her. I can go for Zenmaines or any other level 3 like right off the bat. Great first turn move, I love this card. Then I run GaGaGa Magician. I replaced my star drawing for this because GaGaGa Magician can be level 3, 4, or 5. He can actually be any of them, but that's all the levels of wind-ups I need. So he can match any wind-up I have in the field, and I can exceed. So that's why I use him instead of star drawing. Then I get Goblindbergh. He's for exceed material. I summon him, get him to level 4, and just go nuts. Maxx for hand trap. I use this for, we got a lot of guys that run 6 SAMs or something that summons like crazy. So you toss a Maxx and they get really reluctant to summon, and you get to draw a bunch of cards. So, and wind-ups need card draw. So if you get card draws, you're basically going to win. I mean, it's just great. I run an Obelisk the Tormentor. This guy is crazy. He's great for getting over stuff. He's great for avoiding the bottomless trap hole. And he is really easy to get out because I run wind-ups and I can have 3 monsters on the field like first turn and go for an Obelisk. It's great. I also run Summoner Monk. That's just for exceed materials. You switch from to defense, pitch the spell, and get to summon another wind-up, which you can also use in combination with Shark to get 2 of them. I run Monster Reborn, Dark Hole. Those are kind of staples. Everybody uses them. I run 2 copies of Zenmailfunction. This is to get another wind-up back from the grave onto the field. I use it because, like, in conjunction with Rabbit, if you summon a monster and then you use, like, you summon Night and you use a Rabbit's effect on Night, when he comes back, his effect's no longer negated. And it's also for exceeding, just saving the monsters that are in the grave and you want back. It's great. Wind Up Factory. I only run 1 copy because I have 2 more, but I think they kind of slow down the deck. If you draw 2 of them, it's kind of useless because you only use 1 at a time. But this lets you get another copy of any wind-up from your deck into the hand every time you use a wind-up ability. Once per turn. You can actually do it in both players' turns if you look up the ruling on the internet. I run a double summon, that's for XP materials. I run Weights and Zenmaisures. This card is so good. I don't know who invented this, but when I first read this, I was like, this is stupid. But after that, it kicks butt. You can summon a shark in the field, increase it to 5, and have another level 3 in the field, and play this card, and your opponent chooses between them. And whichever one he chooses, both of them become that same level. And if he chooses the low one, I get to draw a card, and if he chooses the high one, I get a kick butt exceed on the field. I all the time use this for like Rabbit and Shark. I either get Zenmaines or I get Tiras or Volcasauras, so great card. I run XYZ Energy. It's for getting rid of big monsters if I have an Exceed in the field, or for fodder for Summoner Monks. I run a Solemn, Bottomless Trap Hole, Mirror Force, Compulsory Evac. Those are kind of my common traps. Everybody knows what they do. I run Zenmairch. This is kind of for defending your important monsters. You play this and bring the, like, say, a Magician back to your hand and special summon another one that's the same level from your hand. It's kind of to defend things like Shark and Magician, the ones that are valuable. It also resets their ability, so great card. Zenmailstrom is kind of along the same lines, except this one you tribute the monster, special summon 1 from your hand, and then you can special summon another one of the same attack from your deck, and so that gives you XP material, lets you block 2 attacks, and lets you send like something that you can use for wind-up wrap to the grave. I run Zenmailstrom. If I had an extra copy of Heavy Storm, I'd run that, but I don't. So this works just as well. Your opponent declares an attack, you flip this and destroy all spells and traps on the field.
You mean Malevolent Catastrophe?
Yeah, if I had another copy of it.
This
is Malevolent Catastrophe. Sorry. I run 7 tools. That's just blocking traps, pay 1,000, good card. And then I run 2 Overwinds. I really use this for Zenmaines. When Zenmain has no material on him, this is great because they can attack it. You flip this, his defense becomes 4,200, stops a beat stick attack, stops an equip attack. It's great. And then also at the end phase, Zenmaines goes back to the extra deck so I can use them again. I love this card. It also defends like Rabbit, doubles his attack to 28, and he goes back to your hand so his ability is reset. On to the extra deck. I run Zenmeister. He is basically, just because he's a wind-up, I wish they would not have banned Zenmaiter, I'd be running him. That was like the best card in the world, but you know, they banned it because they're losers. But this card is good enough. It's good enough for Shark, and that's why I use it. I run 2 Zenmaines. I love this for Tour Guide or 2 Rabbits. It's a great opener. It's defensive. At the end phase, if you lost a material, you can pop a card. Great card. He also counts for Shark. Then I run, my level 5s are Tiras and Volcasauras. Tiras can't be destroyed by card effects, so it's great if you think your opponent's holding a dark hole or something. He's not affected, well, she's got material on her. Also, she attacks or is attacked, you can pop 1 card in the field. Volcasauras is kind of a beat stick, but he's also for getting over like a huge attack monster. You detach the Exceed material, destroy it, and your opponent takes damage equal to the attack. Love him. And I also run a GaGaGa. That's just for the random event that I might get Snail and Kitten on the field. I think I've used it like once, but it's a defensive card. I run a Shockmaster. I can get this so like first turn. It's so easy if you get a Shark, a Magician. You're pretty much going to get Shockmaster or one of my other Exceeds first turn. He's a great block. You stop their spells, traps, kind of shut down your opponent. I run Utopia, everybody uses it. Maestro, same thing. The Papillorperative, these are kind of for stopping a beat stick and holding over. This one kind of turns it face down, stop the effect. Papillorperative, if you don't know what they've got face down, you flip the face up and you lose a 600 attack. So these are really great for taking care of something you're wary about. I run Sigma. He's really kind of special. I use him for like fighting elemental heroes, like if they've got Absolute Zero on the field, use his effect and it equips Absolute Zero to him. So Absolute Zero doesn't leave the field, so your monsters aren't destroyed. And if any monster battles with him that's a water, it's destroyed instantly. So that's why I really like the Sigma. You can do it up to 3 times. He's great, and he just becomes this unstoppable catastrophe almost. He's great. And I run Stillstorm Roach. That's kind of for the same thing. He stops summons. I like using him against E-Heroes because they do all the fusing, and you can just stop 2 of them during either player's turn. It's great. I run Leviathan to get over stuff, and I also run Giga Brilliant to increase my weak monster's attack, or if I'm going for game or something, I'll summon a Giga Brilliant and boost all my attack by 300. And I have just a few cards in the side deck, just 2. I have a Macrocosmos in there and a Dimensional Fissure. This is really for kind of what we play locally here. I've got a lot of people whose decks don't really stand banishing, and the windups don't really mind it. So I actually won with this card right here the last tournament. Opponent was using Light Swarms, and this totally ruined everything he wanted to do. And he was really mad about that, but it was great. So that's why I side decked those.
Alright, well, since this format has been really hitting windups and all, well, a lot of people shied away from windups. So why do you yourself run windups? What made you decide that?
I don't know. I feel like windups, they're still good. I think they kind of did fall under a tier 2 when they lost their special monsters, but I like windups because they're just full of exceeds and they can be so responsive. I mean, your first turn, you get a magician, a rabbit, and a shark on the field, and boom, you go for a level 4, and then whatever you get, you can defend a rabbit. And so he's going to come back, and you can have any level 4. They respond. That's why I like them. This deck, like your opponent does something crazy, you can almost always get rid of it, and that's why I picked windups. Is because they're really versatile. Because around here we've got people that run 6Ms, we've got Gravekeepers, we've got Light Sworns. They are crazy, the diversity of decks, and this deck really handles that, so that's why I run windups.
Alright, well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. It was fun.